When dealing with finance, you have to know certain of the terms and what they mean. So let's have a look. We're going to match the columns. So what is a budget? A budget is a document showing what you plan to spend. So that is a prediction. A statement is a document showing what you have spent. Income is money earned or collected from a business. Expenditure is money spent in the business. Profit is income minus expenditure, and you have a positive result. A loss is when you have income minus expenditure and your result is negative. So whenever you decide profit or loss, you're always going to go income minus expenditure. Net income is related to that, and that will again be income minus expenditure. Cost price is how much it is going to cost you to make an item or provide a service, and selling price is the price that the item is sold for, or whatever you're going to charge for your service. Let's have a look at calculating the cost price. So when we calculate the cost price, one of the first things you could do is you could take each item that you need to make the product, or the items you're going to need for your service plus labor, and then you're going to add the costs together at the end. The example here is the flour needed to bake an item that you're going to sell is 750 grams. The cost of the flour is $29.99 in a 2.5 kilogram packet. So once again, remember I said to you ratio is an extremely useful tool. So our fact is $29.99 for 2.5 kilograms of flour. So we're going to take 29.99 to 2.5 kilograms. Set up your equation. We want to know what it costs. So X rand for my 750 grams. Right, the problem here is we've got kilograms and grams, so we are going to change. It's far easier to change the kilograms to grams, and we don't have to work with decimals. So 2.5 kilograms is going to be 2,500 grams. So we're going to have 29.99 to 2,500. And remember what we did. King Henry died miserable death called measles. But remember, we're using grams here. So kilograms to grams, we're going to multiply by 1,000 equals, we need to calculate rands for 750 grams. Fraction form, we're going to have 29.99 over 2,500. Remember, we don't put our units here. X over 750. Look for your X first. So we've got 2,500. X equals 750 times 299, or 29.99, is going to give you 22,492.50. We want X on its own, so we're going to divide by 2,500, divide by 2,500, and X equals, take out your calculator and you will see it is 8,997. Remember, we need to go and have a look what X equals. So X was rands, so this will be 8 rand, 997. So X is going to be, round to 2 decimal places. I have to add 1 on there. Look at the neighbor, 5 or more, let it soar. So 9 and 1 is 10, carry 1, 9 and 1 is 10, carry 1, 8 and 1 is 9. So in order to make this item, it is going to cost me 9 rand just for the flour. And what you are going to do, you are going to price, or you're going to cost each item that you need and add it up in the end to see what that would cost. Well, how do we determine the appropriate selling price? The first way to determine what you're going to sell your product for is to have a look around, see what the home industries or a similar business to yours is selling their products for, and that should give you a figure that you can work with. The other way to decide what you're going to sell it for is, for example, you make muffins which cost R2.80 to make, and you've decided that you want 120% profit, otherwise it's not worth your while. So what you would do, you're going to take your cost price and you're going to increase it by 120%. So we're going to take our R2.80 per muffin. We're going to increase it by 120%, 120 over 100. Yes, you can get greater than 100%. 120% of my cost price, which was R2.80. And if I calculate this, I get a total of R3.36 per muffin. That's how much profit I want to make. So what am I going to sell it for? I have to add it to the R2.80, and I will get a total of R6.16, which is an awkward number. So because we're making such a big profit, it would be a good idea to round them off to R6. And obviously you're going to compare that to the price once you've had a look around. Related to cost price, selling price, is we want to sometimes calculate the percentage profit. So for example, Cinnabons are R8.50 at the tuck shop. The supplier makes them for R1.50. What percentage profit does he make? So percentage profit, remember from grade 10, is always the new minus old over old times by 100%. How do you remember this? Well, my answer is going to be a percentage. And remember, I can turn this into new minus old over old multiplied by 100%. And remember, the percent is just part of the calculation. Right, my new price is my selling price, which is R8.50, minus cost price, which is R1.50. And remember, these two have to be the same, so it's going to be R1.50, and I'm going to multiply by 100%. Now remember, percentage is your unit, so I'm not putting that into the calculator. So new minus old, that will give me R7 over R1.50 times by 100%, and that would equal 466.66 recurring percent. I'm going to round it off to 1 decimal place. Look at the neighbor, 5 or more, let it soar, so it's going to be 466.7%. That is what the supplier is making on a Cinnabon. As we saw at the beginning, for more practice on these, in your textbook on page 67, exercise 1, and in the summary and questions on page 80, question number 1.